What are the keys to an effective content creation process? And how do you consistently produce good quality content? It takes a strong commitment to create and publish content on a regular basis. It's not easy being consistent over time. But too many content creators and thought leaders make this harder than it needs to be because they continue to make 3 basic mistakes. In this video, we'll follow the proven 3-part formula that elite athletes use to produce consistent quality content. This is part 7 in our 7-part series on the content creation canvas. Usain Bolt won 8 Olympic gold medals. He was the fastest person on the planet until he retired a few years ago. His pet event, the 100 meters, was all over in under 10 seconds. But as good as he was, Usain Bolt didn't just turn up at the track and start running when the gun sounded. He followed the 3 phases that all high performers do. He prepared, he competed, and he completed his activities. Bolt only raced for seconds, but he trained over 20 hours per week. That's 99% preparation and recovery and only 1% performance. Most of us in business do the opposite. We're always in competition mode getting things done with little or no preparation and recovery. Also, given Bolt's races were over in seconds, every single moment mattered. When the gun sounded, he had to be mentally switched on to instantly perform at his best. Likewise, during the race, he had to be 100% focused so he could run as fast as he could. And when the race was over, he had practices and habits he performed so that he could do better next time. It's in these 3 areas that thought leaders and content creators make 3 big mistakes. You dive into creating your content without mentally preparing yourself. You are distracted consistently during the process, and you lack a completion process such that all your tasks tend to blur together. All 3 of these mistakes relate to the mental or mindset side of content creation. And most people don't talk about this. But if you want to be a high performer consistently over time, then you need to build a robust content creation process that addresses these 3 issues. And the good news is there are some simple habits and practices you can build to overcome them. The first phase of your content creation process needs to address your preparation. At the global level, you need to be learning and growing. In the same way Usain Bolt lifts weights so he can be stronger and run faster, if you want to be a thought leader, you need to also lift some mental weights so you can grow what you know and communicate this powerfully. This includes reading books, taking courses, having a coach, and so on. At the day-to-day level, you also need a practice so you can switch on mentally to be at your best at any given moment. The key is to set an intention for the work that you are about to do. And a big thank you to my mindfulness teacher, Mark Maloney, for this practice. When you sit down to create your content, take a moment to stop, think, and ask yourself these 2 questions. Number 1, what action are you about to take? And number 2, what are you going to bring to your work? The first question is all about doing. I am going to do this. You might even add some extra motivation by saying, I am going to do this because. The second question is all about your way of being. Your way of being drives your actions because it addresses how you will act. Are you going to be stressed out like usual, or are you going to be calm and unflappable? Are you going to be bored by your work or curious about what the possibilities are? Add this simple practice to your content creation process so you can focus on what's important and set out to achieve it the best way. The second phase of the content creation process is about being at your best during the creation process. I've talked about the importance of deep work in previous videos. Deep work is defined by doing deep thinking, which requires deep concentration. And this requires eliminating or reducing your distractions. If you're not doing deep work, then you will not become a thought leader. The simplest and best productivity practice that I have that enables me to do deep work without distractions is based on this. In the late 1980s, Italian Francesco Cirillo was looking for ways to be more productive. One day, he pulled out a kitchen timer that just happened to be shaped like a tomato. And he set the timer for 25 minutes and started working. Thus, the Pomodoro technique. You can learn this technique in minutes. Step 1, choose the task to work on. Step 2, set the timer to 25 minutes. And step 3, work on that task until the timer rings. And here's the crucial thing and the key to the success of this method. You are not allowed any distractions during this time. No coffee, no toilet breaks, just do that task. Unless this is the task you have chosen, that means no emails, no phone calls, no social media. Step 4, when the bell rings, you have to set your timer for a 5-minute break. And the break means get up out of your chair and go and do something else. This is when you can go to the toilet or get coffee. And step 5 is to repeat the process 4 times. And then you can have a 30-minute break between sets. Add these mini sprints to your content creation process, and I guarantee you'll deepen your concentration and get more done in less time. The third phase of your content creation process teaches you how to improve your performance. Here are 2 simple practices that I use personally to improve my content creation process. After every video I publish on YouTube, I sit down to review it. I take a lot of notes about what worked, what didn't, and the lessons for how I can improve it next time. After 40 videos, I have written over 13,000 words. That's almost a page of review for every single video. Review what content you've created so you can make it better next time. The second practice is something I do immediately I've hit the publish button on YouTube. This one comes from my habits coach, Taruni Falconer. It's a personal celebration. The practices in this video are all about building a content creation process that you can repeat. To build robust habits, you need to wire that repetition into your brain. That's what a habit is. By doing a personal celebration, the moment you've finished a task, you send a very clear message to your brain that you want to do that more often. And a personal celebration could be as simple as a big smile. It could be a short phrase, yay. It could be a happy dance, or ideally, it's all 3. Yes. You might want to practice this right now and give yourself permission to have fun with it. Well done. You've now completed all 7 of the videos in this 7-part series on the content creation canvas. Yay! And in our next video, we'll look at how you can stand out from the crowd of other content creators with less effort. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!